It's Thursday, November 20, 2014, and I'm Barbara Smith. Here are the stories making the headlines for today. Several homes to be constructed in Marawena and Para for home seekers. ICT room at middle school, AMS, reopened after renovation. Debate during Democracy Month continues. Preparation for Independence Day celebrations heighten, and industrial action looms if government does not meet the demands of the Teachers Association before November 22. Stay tuned, your local news begins now. In our fourth story, we tell you that several homes will be built early next year in the district of Marawena and Para. The initiative for the construction of the homes are being promoted separately by members of Parliament Ronnie Brunswick and Ricardo Panca. Tuesday, Brunswick signed a cooperation agreement with New Homes Development for the construction of 250 homes in Mungo and Albina. He did this in the capacity as chairman of the Foundation Cooperative of Mungo Albina. These are model homes with 1 to 3 bedrooms. 100 homes will be set up in Mungo and another 150 in Albina. Brunswick, the parliamentarian of this district, indicates that in this part of the country, there are also people who are in need of owning their own homes. Kenneth Sanflate is Director and Sales Marketing of New Homes Development, the company that will be building the houses. Sanflate guarantees that the 250 homes will be completed before the end of 2015. The houses will be available starting from a cost of $1,500, says Brunswick. Yesterday, too, MP Ricardo Panca, president of the Foundation Development Projects for Young People in Para, signed an agreement with this organization for the construction of 1,000 homes on the Suralco Wek in the district of Para. The project at Suralco Wek is to be constructed on about 150 hectares. Also in Para, construction of homes will start in February of next year. The computer room of the middle school AMS was again put into use yesterday. The ICT room was closed for some time due to renovation work. The total cost of the renovation amounted to more than 56,000 SRDs, of which Stats Oli NV contributed 40,000 SRDs, while the remainder came from the school and sponsors. The state-owned company makes regular donations to schools and other institutions, says Iris Gilad, member of the Stats Oli Foundation. The students expressed elation with the commissioning of the new computer room. Computer classes at AMS is mandatory in the third year and are given instead of the regular gym classes. Citizens can become critical if they are not allowed to express their opinion. The decentralization process in which citizens participate is an example of such. In the framework of the Democracy Month, the Projector Foundation and the Young Democracy Unit organized a discussion evening on the topic Democratic Culture, the Case of Sports and DLGP, Decentralization and Local Government Strengthening Program. The two keynote speakers for the evening were Giwani Zagan and Jacinta Dundas. Zagan discussed the results of a small study on decision-making in the sport. Dundas examined the low participation of citizens in the series of hearings of the decentralization program in the new round in the Wanaka district, and she presented the results of this research to the audience. There are 4 activities planned for the Democracy Month. Yesterday at the Anton de Kom University of Suriname, ADEC, there was a discussion on the theme Women in Politics. Talking about independence preparations now, preparations in connection with the celebration of the 39th Independence Day on November 25 are in full swing. The government has reserved around 1.6 million SRDs for the Independence Day celebrations in the district of Wanaka. To ensure everything runs smoothly, an information meeting was held on Tuesday for persons and organizations who will be involved in the various activities on this day. More than 100 people have signed up for the traditional People's Reception that will also be held in the district of Wanaka this year. Many more activities will take place besides the People's Reception, such as the parade of the armed forces and performances of popular local artists. On November 25, the renovated market in Lilydorp will also be officially opened. On that day too, Lilydorp will be diverted, traffic rather, will be diverted from Lilydorp from 12 noon until the end of the activities. And to end local news, trouble looming in the teaching sector, in fact, education sector. If the government does not meet the demands of the Association of Teachers, BVL, before Saturday, November 22, schools may be closed next week. This threat directed to government was expressed yesterday by Wilgo Valles, chairman of the BVL, after a general membership meeting of the union. Earlier this week, the BVL announced via the media that it will not hesitate to let the teachers stop working if the government does not respond to their demands. The teachers present at the meeting supported the plan of the industrial action. However, his colleague, union leader of the Central Civic Servant Organization, CLO, Ronald Hochhart, said that the approach of the BVL is not necessarily a good one. In an interview on the STVS talk show After That News, Hochhart said that historically, Valles is known to incite unrest shortly before the elections. While union leaders are busy fighting, the students are also taking note. They argue that teachers have a right to improve their position, but that their fight should not affect their schooling. Despite the request of the students not to strike, the BVL chairman is standing firmly by his decision. With that, we've come to the end of this edition of the Local News. I'm Marndale Smith on behalf of Director Michael Ricketts, encouraging you to enjoy the rest of the day and remember to be good Suriname citizens. Bye-bye.